Okay, these notes um, are going to be challenging for people, so I am making it optional whether you write these down or not, because I know like Viviana isn't going to write them down. Elena isn't going to write them down. Let's see, Matthew probably won't. Hartwell and Madrano. Hunter might. Um, let's see. Preston and Tucker probably will because they'll think the other one is, and they want to be sure to beat each other at the next Kahoot. Um, yeah, so I'm just going to make it optional. You can write them down if you'd like. We're going to go through it as if you're writing it down. But if you don't write it down, follow along here. Don't skip the video. Just follow along, and then you can always watch the video again. But do not just skip it because these charts will be used in the test. An alternative to the video, after you've gone through this one, instead of going through it again, you can look at them in your book. Not every chart in the book is on this, um, but most of them are. Okay. Comparison with Adam. Adam was tempted by the devil and fell. But Jesus, the new Adam, was tempted by the devil in the desert, but he resisted all of those temptations. Adam disobeyed God by eating the fruit of the forbidden tree. Jesus was perfectly obedient, even to death. Adam brought sin and death to all humanity, and Jesus saved all humanity from sin and death. Adam lost our place in paradise, but Jesus restored our place in paradise. Okay, pause here. Okay, fulfilling the covenant through Moses. All right, Moses is the old covenant. Jesus is the new covenant, the new Moses. Okay. Moses was born in the reign of a ruthless Pharaoh. Remember, um, Pharaoh ordered the male children killed of the Hebrews. And when Jesus was born, Herod had male children killed in Bethlehem, trying to destroy the new king that he heard of. Moses escaped when Pharaoh ordered all the male children of the Hebrews killed. Jesus also escaped. Moses was exiled in Midian before his ministry. He left Egypt because of killing the guard. Jesus was exiled in Egypt before his ministry. So they both experienced exile and fear for their lives, even though they were at much different ages. Moses passed through the waters of the Red Sea, literally. Jesus passed through the waters of the Jordan in baptism. It's a little bit weaker comparison, but it still works. Okay, pause here. All right. Moses was tested in the wilderness for 40 years, wandered the wilderness before getting to the promised land. Jesus was tested in the wilderness for 40 days. Moses fasted for 40 days and nights at Sinai. Jesus fasted for 40 days and nights in the desert. Now, Moses, in the first plague, he changed water into blood. Jesus changed water into wine, and then later turned wine into blood. Moses brought the law down from a mountain, the Ten Commandments. Jesus taught the new law from a mountain. Okay, pause here. Okay, Moses, he gave Israel manna and water in the wilderness. He provided those. Uh, God provided that through Moses. Jesus gave all people true heavenly food and spiritual drink. Moses led Israel out of bondage in Egypt. He led the slaves out of Egypt. Jesus leads all people out of bondage to sin and death. Okay, pause here. The image of the Passover lamb. You remember with the 10th and final plague in Egypt, the angel of death would pass over the Israelites' homes and not kill their firstborn male children, and they had to follow certain directions. And one of those was killing an unblemished lamb and smearing its blood on their doorpost, among other things. So the Passover lamb is part of the rescue, and the lamb must be without blemish. And Jesus was without sin, so he had no blemish. The lambs were slaughtered at the 6th hour on the day of preparation. Jesus was handed over to be crucified at about the 6th hour on the day of preparation. No bones of the lamb could be broken. Well, Jesus' bones were not broken, although soldiers broke the bones of others being crucified. That was a typical practice, but when they reached him, they saw that he had already died, so they didn't bother breaking his bones. Pause here. For the Passover lamb, a branch of hyssop was used for sprinkling the blood of the lamb. For Jesus, a sponge of vinegar was given to him on a branch of hyssop. So a little weak connection there, but the branch of hyssop is very interesting. Okay, pause here. Now this is very interesting because Jesus fulfills the promises to David. David was promised that his descendants would be kings, and so, and that the son of David, the Messiah, would be a son of David. Well, here we go. Among the old kings, they were descended from David. Jesus Christ was descended from David. Among the kings, they were anointed by Levitical priests. Jesus was baptized by John, who belonged to the tribe of Levi and was a priest by birth. Sons of David were rulers of an international kingdom. Jesus is the Lord of all nations. They were paid homage by foreign princes. Remember stories of King Solomon being paid homage, especially by all sorts of international people. Jesus was paid homage by the Magi. Remember, they were not kings, they were wise men. Pause here. Now, the son of David, Solomon, built the temple. Jesus rebuilt the temple of his body. Son of David promised an everlasting kingdom. And Jesus established a truly everlasting kingdom. Pause here.